Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Medieval Dynasty. This is a game that you can normally find on Steam for about $35. There is a 25% discount until December 14th, 2023, and that's to celebrate the new co-op mode that they recently added to the game. I've already reviewed the game, I think it was about a year ago, and I'm not going to rehash a lot of the same things. Rather, this video is going to primarily focus on that new co-op mode. So, what is up with this new update? Well, you can play the new Oxbow map single player or up to 4 players co-op. If you do decide to play co-op and actually host an online game, you will be given a code as the host, and you will share that with your friends, and if you give them that code, they'll join via that code, and they'll jump right into your game. Pretty easy. Like in single player, you will be able to adjust the gameplay settings in the game just by going to the options menu. It's a separate menu, and you can adjust a variety of different things. XP gain multiplier, how much HP bandits and animals have, whether or not, your inhabitants need a lot of food or a little food, you can adjust the percentages there. You can adjust the season length and all that good stuff. There's also a character creator, although I use that term very loosely. It's not like there's a whole lot to choose from, but it actually is mediocre, I guess. I mean, it's better than some other ones I've seen where you just have 2 or 3 different models. In this particular one, you can, change eye color, the beard. There's a lot of things you can choose between different hairstyles. So there's some sliders. It's okay. It's nothing like Starfield-y. It's nothing super in depth, but it gets the job done. There's a lot there. So in this Oxbow map, there isn't really a story per se. More, you wake up and you don't know where you are or what's going on. You can, through dialogue options, define some of that if you want to, but primarily you just wake up in this village, and then you go around, explore. The one guy gives you a list of things to do via tutorial, like you need to pick up some rocks, and you need to pick up some sticks, and you need to do this. Go skin the chicken over there with the knife that you just crafted, that kind of thing. And eventually, you were just given free reign to go out and create a village. And unlike the other map, the standard single-player map, the one that we released earlier, there's a lot of different build options. There's a lot more flat land, which is great. There's also this bulletin board where you can accept different quests. I really like that. When Idaly and I were playing this, she would typically do the quests, and I would stay home and build all the stuff. So, I love that. One player can do this, one player can do that. And again, if you're playing single player, you'll get this access to this too. Just keep in mind these quests will expire at the end of the season, and by default, that's roughly 3 days in games. So you have to act on these fairly quickly. The new map is fairly big as well. The red shaded areas will tell you what you can't build in or cut trees down in, so that's kind of cool. But right outside of the main town, there's a bunch of flat land, and that's where I built the town. And with Idaly's help, we sort of built up quite an empire. We're on year 2 at the moment in spring, and we've got, quite a wide variety of different buildings going on and crafting. When time permits, we'll go out and either hunt together or go resource collecting together. And again, this supports up to 4 players, so if you've got more than just the 2 players, you can totally do that as well. I think overall we enjoyed this particular co-op mode. The new map is definitely nicer, like I said, in the sense that there's a lot more flat land. There's filters on the map now, so if you actually hit M and go into the map, you can actually see the different animal spawn points, which is kind of cool. I love that feature. That's new. I don't remember that from playing way back when. So if you want to remember where wolves spawned or where boars spawn or different things like that, then you'll be able to quickly open this map and see exactly where everything is. So yeah, there's that. There's also fast travel via cart, but it tends to be very expensive to do that. And like the earlier patches before the whole co-op thing, walking from one place to another is extremely tedious in this game. Eventually you do get horses, and the like, so you can ride around that way. But that's more like end game stuff. In the very beginning of the game, more than likely, you're going to be encumbered. You're going to be slowly making your way from one place to another. If you've played the game before, then you'll be somewhat familiar with the tips and tricks. And if, like, on that same note, go ahead and watch my tips and tricks video that I released last year as well, because it'll help you out, I think, in getting started. Some of the economy has changed. Like, I'm noticing that my Hunter's Lodge people, they're producing a lot less leather and a lot less fur than I remember. I used to make a killing off of fur gloves as a starter. The hunters would go out and do their thing, and they would bring back meat and leather and fur, and I would turn that into leather or fur gloves or whatever it was, or fur boots, and make a killing that way. But it seems like they've been balancing things to make that a lot harder. So I'm gonna have to relearn the economy a little bit and try and make do. That's always the challenge going into this game. You never know, what you're gonna get. As far as bugs are concerned, the developers just recently rolled back a patch because there were a lot of like game breaking bugs and freezes. In I think 2 or 3 separate occasions, Idly actually couldn't interact with a mission critical NPC. Like, there was a quest and she was supposed to go talk to this person, and then when she went to talk to the NPC, it said something along the lines of, could not find this person, could not talk to this person, please report this bug, something, something, something. I myself came across an issue where I would wake up and the game would just freeze and I couldn't interact with anything, and I had a hard quit, Alt F4, and be done with it. You can assign your friends their own house. Well, they will assign their own houses. The house has to be completely empty, and then they interact with the little wooden drawing, like the signboard out front of the house, and just hold an E button, assign to player, and they will now spawn at that location. If you don't do that, the default spawn point will be the village that you woke up in. So there's that. And again, this is more for those that are completely new to this game. Primarily, the whole goal of the game is just to build up this little village. And, you start with nothing. And, one house turns into 2 houses, turns into 3 houses. You can talk to people at different campfires to hire them to come to your settlement. You can give them jobs. I wish that was a bit more intuitive, though, the whole job system, because I gave them the stone knives that they need at the Hunter's Lodge, but they would just stand there sometimes and do nothing, which was frustrating. And I checked my resources, my resource storage, and I did see a trickle of fur and leather come in, but they were standing around the Hunter's Lodge saying, "Oh, please assign us something to do. Please assign us something to do," and yet they were still producing, albeit very slowly. So, like, again, I don't know if that was part of that recent bug that they, one of the recent bugs that they had to roll back the patch for. But, the whole job system is a bit convoluted and a bit messy. Some people don't know. You need to deposit a particular tool in this workshop or in this collection building in order for the people to actually work. There's a whole management screen dedicated to that. And like I said, that's more, that's more general information. I'm trying to focus more on the co-op here. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. Idly and I just eventually, we've been playing this game for, I want to say, gosh, at least 10 hours, 5 to 10 hours straight ever since yesterday. And we've been having a blast. And the game is still as gorgeous as ever. There are seasons in this game, spring, summer, autumn, fall, or autumn and winter. And with every new passing season, the whole environment changes. I love the winter, despite the fact that it can kill you easily if you don't have a torch equipped. The cold will kill you in this game. But there are still some frustrating elements to this, mainly due to the bugs and the like, but and the lack of direction, lack of intuitiveness with that whole worker system. But other than that, like, this game is pretty fantastic. I will note that there is no death penalty as far as I can tell. Of a la Valheim, a tree has killed me at least 3 times. I would cut down a tree and it would just sort of like wiggle. It would wiggle weirdly because of this physics bug, I guess, and it would just kill me. The tree on the way down would just kill me. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, the game was pretty good. It's pretty fun. It's fun giving jobs to different people if they're willing to accept direction. But yeah, as soon as you die, you just sort of spawn back at your house and off you go. So there's really no penalty for dying, which is nice. It's a convenient, cheap fast travel. You keep everything in your inventory too. You don't drop anything on the ground, which is great. So yeah, Medieval Dynasty, definitely check this game out. The co-op definitely adds a lot to the game, and this is something that I've been waiting for a very long time, and it is fantastic. So if you've got the money and the friends, definitely go check this out. It's a great solo game too, but definitely more fun with people now that the co-op mode is out, and the new map is excellent. Well, this is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.